for right now. Just notice that your feet are here on the floor and you're touching into the bottom of your seat, maybe pressing your tailbone a little bit down into the chair. And as you do that, you notice this opposing effect of the spine elongating. Let's all take the shoulders up to the ears for a moment, give them a squeeze, and then roll them down the back, just drop them down, let it go. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale, good. And just find the breath. So really key to this practice is to be aware of the fact that you're breathing in the present moment and to try to draw the air in as deeply as possible into the body so that when you breathe in, I'm trying to expand the rib cage, maybe even the belly begins to expand, and when you exhale, everything floats back down. And just notice that your body moves with this wave of breath coming in and out. Now, if you were just to sit here the whole time and follow the wave of breath going in and out, and if you find yourself getting distracted from that breathing, you just kept training your mind to come back to the breathing, the deep, smooth, fluid breaths. Over the course of the hour, you would begin to notice some changes. You would have a very calming effect on your body, a very nourishing effect, and if that's all that you did for this hour, it would go a very long way towards your wellness, because the stress that's coming from our mind is showing up in our bodies. So if you're thinking about the deep, smooth breathing, you can't be thinking about other things, and that practice alone is going to go a long way to how you feel when you leave, and it's going to take care of you. So know that all of the movements are completely optional, right? They're all ancillary, they're add-ons to the practice, but the core of this practice is to train your mind to go where you want it to go, to breathe in and breathe out. I love that wonderful sun, but it's giving me a terrible glare, so I'm just gonna move this off to the side a bit. Okay. Alrighty, let's try that. Alright, so from here, we're just gonna start to add some movements into the deep, smooth breathing, but I will keep reminding you throughout the whole class, are you breathing deeply? And if you find that you're doing the movements, but your mind has drifted off, you wanna make that a priority. You wanna bring that mind right back to what you're doing, right back to the here and now, because that becomes, otherwise we're just in a regular calisthenics class. We're not in a yoga class. So the yoga means to yoke, right? It means to kind of to harness that mind to go where we want it to go. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna yoke our mind to the breath and to the body awareness so that this is a full integrated mind-body practice. So just from here, let's start to point the right toes forward. Go ahead and stretch the top of the foot here. And then give it a flex. Now take that ankle, let's round it out a few times in one direction. And round it the other way. Good, then let's work at the hinge of the next joint up, our knee joint. So go ahead and press the heel out a little bit stronger. See if you can sit up a little bit taller. And then just take that heel, hover the foot a bit, and then press it forward. And then with the breath, let's inhale and exhale. Again, in and out, and in and out. Take it one more time, in and out. Now staying here, maybe take your left arm up to the sky, see if you can reach reach that tall, and then the right arm's gonna come up as well. Reach your fingers up to the sky, hug your navel in towards your spine. Give me this best as you can, a capital L shape as you breathe nice and deep, stretch high, and then exhale, let it go. Grab the top of the right shin, interlace here, and hug that knee in towards the body. So we're not as worried about straightening the spine here. We're okay to round. We're gonna get a nice stretch between the behind the back of the shoulders as the shoulders come forward, and we squeeze that knee into the chest. And of course, you'll feel this at the top of the right thigh. Those are your hip flexor muscles that help us to walk upstairs. Breathe deeply in and breathe fully out. Give it another big breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then take the hands underneath of the right thigh. Let's make some circles around. We'll get the next joint up the line, our hip joint. Circling a few times in one direction. And then we'll slowly start to make that transition the other way. Just getting that synovial fluid moving, loosening up in that joint space. Good. From here, can you take the right leg and drape it on top of the left? And then squeeze those inner thighs together towards one another. From here, take your left arm, bring it out to the side, open and expand it wide, and then go ahead and just kind of wrap yourself in, a little half hug here. Again, open it up nice and wide, and then go ahead and wrap yourself in. Take that one more time to open, and then go ahead and wrap. Now, can you take your whole upper body and start to shift your way so that your torso turns towards the right? We'll take the right hand behind the chair, and then just rest your left hand outside of that thigh here that's wrapped on top. Now give me another press down through the tailbone, lift up through the crown of the head, and turn to look towards your right shoulder. And then it's harder to breathe in the twist, so see if you can really begin to draw that air down deep into the lungs, breathe full, and then exhale all the way. Take one more breath in the twist like this, inhale, and exhale. And then we'll work on toning that vagus nerve. So on an inhale, we're just gonna turn the head, stay in the twist, look towards the left shoulder. And then as you exhale, go ahead and look back towards the right. 2 more times. Inhale, turn. And exhale to look back. Last one here, turning forward. And then go ahead and look back. Now from here, take your right arm, reach it out so that you've got the palm facing towards the sky, and then come swooping over the right ear, ground through your right hip, and now we're getting a side stretch. Yeah, I flipped my palm over, it just gives me a little more leverage here to kind of press this thigh down as I root this hip down, and I reach over the head, trying to keep the chest open, the breath full. You're in this zigzag shape within the twist. One last reach there, get it while you can, and then come on back up. Let's turn the body forward. We'll unhook that leg, bring it all the way out to the side for a little opening of the inseam. Open the left knee out to the side as well. Place the hands onto the knees here, and we'll start to pump some juice into that spine by lifting the heart towards the horizon, wrapping the shoulders down the back. And then exhale, go ahead and roll the shoulders forward, tuck the tailbone under. Again, like that, inhale, lift up, our cow pose, and then exhale, round it all out. Take that one more time, little arch, and then an exhale to round. Good. Let's come back to neutral. Heel toe, those legs back to parallel. And we'll come back to the beginning here with the left toe sliding forward, stretching the top of the foot. And then give it that nice flex. Breathing deep. And then we'll roll out the left ankle a couple times around in one direction. And then move the other way. Okay, now from here, go ahead and flex that foot. We'll move into that knee joint. So give it a good press forward and then hinge it down. And then press it out and inhale, hinge. Press as you exhale. Inhale and press. Inhale and press. Stay like this. Right arm can reach up to the sky, nice and high. Maybe followed by the left. Good. Stretch those fingertips up. Make that side of the waist nice and long. Spine is tall. You're breathing free. One more big inhale here to lengthen. And then exhale. Go ahead. Bring it down. Come on into the top of that shin. Hug that knee towards the body. Go ahead and round the back a little bit here, tucking the chin into the throat to stimulate your thyroid glands. And then, of course, moving into the space of the hip flexor muscles as you draw the nose closer to the knee. Give that one more full breath. Inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and take that leg. Let's drape it over and squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. And then from here, the right arm will come out to the side. You can look at us as we expand. And then go ahead and wrap yourself in. Again, like that. Inhale and exhale. One more. Open it wide. And then go ahead and give yourself that hug. And then begin to turn your torso towards that top thigh. Maintaining that grounding in the bottom of your spine. And now looking over that left shoulder. You can bring the left arm behind the back if that feels okay to you. And then you could drop that right hand onto the opposite thigh and find your twist. Inhale deep and full. And exhale. Again, like that. Inhale and exhale. And then just turning the head to look towards the right shoulder on the inhale. Coming back to look behind you as you exhale. Again, inhaling and exhaling. One more for the power of threes. Let's turn. Steady the eyes as you come back. And then go ahead and reach that palm forward like you're reaching for something good. There's an offering, you're about to grab it. And we'll take that hand and we'll swoop it over the head, maybe flipping the back of that hand onto the thigh. And you might notice when you come into this stretch that, one shoulder is different from the other. You might have one side of the waist that's tighter than the other. So it's never good or bad. These are just awarenesses that we have in yoga. We come to know our bodies better. So we just work with what we're feeling, finding where the edge is right here without assuming where we belong. We want the place that's right for us today. Go ahead and give that one last little reach there to finish. And then come on back out. We'll take that thigh. We'll bring it all the way out to the side. Same thing, knees wide. So we get some opening in the hip space here. Now this time we're gonna, in the spirit of Halloween, we'll get our witch's brew. We'll take our hands, let's stack them on top of each other, grab your nice ladle, and let's just move through that big, thick stew here. We're cooking up like you're moving through something really thick, all the way around, and working the whole abdominal region of your body. So feeling your core strength here, the mobility of your spine, and the back body opening up as well. and then making a transition. So let's go the other way, really tough, thick. There we go. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and come back. Bring your hands onto your knees here. Let's take the right shoulder. We'll drop it down towards the left knee. Get a nice stretch there, all towards the side body, the opening of the thigh, reaching the forehead towards that opposite toe. And then switch it out the other way. Come on back to center here. Let's heel toe, our legs back to parallel. Now reach down, grab your block. And we'll work the muscles in the outer hips and thighs, inner thighs as well. Take the block between your knees here. Go ahead and you can bring your hands either down by your side, maybe you even want to grab the sides of the chair, but sit up nice and tall here and feel the feet pressing down onto the floor. So right away when you press down into the floor, you're going to feel some stuff engaged here in your glute muscles. And then I want you to squeeze also inward so that your knees are really squeezing the block. And we're just gonna keep squeezing here while we're breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and release that pressure. Grab the block with the right hand. Bring it down by the side, facing horizontal like this. It's up to you. I don't think it really matters. We're just going to work the shoulder joint a little bit. So inhale, bring the block up to the sky like you're pressing it into the ceiling. And then exhale, go ahead and float it down. Do that again. Inhale, press it up and reach. And then exhale to bring it down. Let's go in that direction one more time. Inhale, press and reach. And then exhale, go ahead and bring it down. Now turn the palm to face inward. Let's just take it out to the side and then float it down. Take it out again for 2 and bring it down. One more time, lift it up and bring it down. Now this time, let's take it back behind us. So it's like a little bit, sometimes they call this a tricep kickback. Yep, so press it back behind us and bring it down. Go ahead and lift and bring it down. Really squeeze the muscle there when you get all the way to your edge and bring it down. Now this time, go ahead and squeeze it back and stay there. Squeeze the muscle with all your might for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that arm down, relax it. Now bring it out to the side and just start to make some circles around. So one direction, we're gonna go both directions. We'll take it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, let's reverse. Really trying to work the muscles in that shoulder joint. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, place that block down onto the ground for a moment. Right arm is going to reach all the way out to the side, and then go ahead and wrap yourself like we did earlier. Take your left hand now, bring it onto this elbow, and just press into the elbow. You can drop your chin down towards your chest if you want, but we're just kind of stretching some of those muscles that we just worked. And breathe into it. See if you can fully try to relax the muscles as you breathe in and out. Good, and then while we're in the neighborhood, let's
take our hands and stack them. So take that right arm and stack it on top of the left, a little I Dream of Jeannie hands here. Press down through your tailbone at the bottom of the spine. Take an inhale and twist your upper body to one side. Doesn't matter, we're gonna go both. Come back to center and then take the twist. Back to center and twist. So really working the side obliques now in the core. Twist, come back, and twist. Come on back, twist again, back, and twist again. Come on back to center. Go ahead and shake your arms out for a moment. Good. Now bring your block back between your thighs and start squeezing as soon as you get there. So squeeze really strong, spine is tall. Feel those muscles turn on for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and release it. Bring the block into your left hand now. We'll take the block, come up to the sky, press it towards the ceiling, and then go ahead and bring it back down. Again, like that. Inhale, press it high for 2, and then bring it back down. One more time like that. Press it up, and lower it down. Now out to the side. Inhaling out, and lowering it back down. Let's take it out to the side, and lower. Again like that. Out to the side, and lower. Now, we'll do those kickbacks. Press it back, try to see if you can keep the spine long and strong, and then lower it down. Again, coming back, and lower. Let's come back, and lower, and this time come back and squeeze and stay at the top for a few moments. Really squeezing those tricep muscles. Good. Go ahead and release that arm down. Now, out to the side here, let's take some circles. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it there. Reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and place that block down. Open up the left arm to the left, nice and wide, and then give yourself that wrap across as you take the right hand and you press into that elbow towards the body and you stretch the top of the arm here. Stay with the breath. Don't abandon the practice. Good. Let's release that. Give that a good shake out. And then from here, we'll take our block once more. We'll do the same thing we did when we stacked the arms. This time we're going to take the block in between the hands. And you're going to press the block between the hands with the elbows out. And instead of stopping at the middle, it's going to be a full twist. So I'm going to suggest that we inhale to the left and then exhale to the right. And it's on your breath pace, but you could even do this a little more swift. So there's something that's called breath of fire, where you pump the breath through the nose, so it looks like and if you need to let go of heat, you could go out the mouth. So it could be and whatever you choose, keep going. We're just twisting at that rib cage and we're working our chest muscles, and we're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center, lift and raise the block, squeeze it between the hands, really strong. Get as high as you can. Press down through your feet for 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and release that block. Down by the side there. And then from here, let's just take a moment. Let's touch our neck muscles. Drop your chin down to your chest. Let the shoulders roll down the back. Imagine like you've got lungs in the back of your neck. You're breathing in some space back there. Deep, full inhales. Smooth exhales. Again, inhaling and exhaling. And then start to roll your chin to look down towards your right shoulder here. If you want, you could take those left fingertips, you could start to raise them out to the side. Just getting into some different nooks and crannies here on the sides of the neck. And just stay with that breath, still looking down towards the right. Another inhale and exhale. Now slowly turn the left palm. See if you can slide it behind your back a little bit. Bend at the elbow. And then draw your chin forward. So now we've got the right ear dropping down towards the right shoulder. And we're getting into a little different space in the neck here. So go easy. Find the right place for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Give that one more inhale. And exhale. Now easily we'll bring the head up to center. We'll start to move that hand from behind the back. Let's reach up, look up, get some length, and then let's drop those fingertips behind the back, doing the best you can to finagle it back there. Right arm's gonna come up. See if you can grab that elbow. If not, you can fake it. It's the same thing. And go ahead and take a little side bend. So I want you to bend either way towards the right, kind of opening up the side of that waist, getting some nice stretch there in the muscles that are between the ribs. They're called intercostal muscles, because your ribs are costals, so this is intercostals. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Okay, using some of those muscles we worked in the side body, let's come on back up. We'll release this hand down by the side. This arm can come up to the sky, and then just go ahead and let it float down. Take that left shoulder, just raise that up for a moment, and then drop it down. Keep circling. Inhale and exhale. One more, in and out, and then let's reverse it. So we'll come back and up, forward and down, up and down. Last one, up and down. Good. Let it stay down. Maybe you want to shake out a little bit side to side as we recalibrate and get to the other side. So drop the chin down to the chest. Roll that chin to look down at your left shoulder now. Okay, so we still have those shoulders dropping back and down. Looking down at the shoulder, we can take the right arm, we can start to raise it out towards the side a bit, and just notice how it changes some of the stretching in the pose, those muscle fibers on the right side of your neck. Give that another full breath. Inhale and exhale. And then we can start to turn that palm behind us, take it behind the back, see if you can do a little slide back there. And then this is a very soft movement because we want to take our time as you turn the chin forward. So now we're going to move towards the side of the neck, and the left ear stays by the left shoulder. Good. Good. Just remembering, football season that we're in is a game of inches, and yoga is a game of millimeters. So we're just looking for these really tiny plate, like at the edge of your range of motion, just wherever that is, right? We're not trying to force anything past it, but like this scientist just trying to investigate, where is that for me today? Because it's always changing, and little millimeter by millimeter. making those moves to adjust. Good. All right, from here, we can start to roll the chin back down the chest. Release the hand from the back here, and then we'll raise everything up to the sky. Get nice and tall. So there's this pressing down through the bottom of the spine, and then there's a rebounding effect of lifting up through those fingertips so I can expand. And then I'm gonna drop those fingertips down my back just to the best that I can. Really trying to maintain length in my spine. Bringing that arm up and seeing if I can grab something before taking that side bend over to the other side, back into those intercostal muscles. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, here, in and out. And then when you're ready, just using the strength in that core, let's come on back up. Release that arm down by the side. This arm comes back up to the sky, and then just let it go. Take that shoulder, the right shoulder now, roll it forward, up and down the back. A couple times, breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll go opposite. Come on up, backing up and down, backing up and down. One more, and down. Good. Okay, let's grab the strap. We'll do one more thing here with our seated position. So let's take the band, bring it straight out in front with the wrists are straight here, so I'm not flexing the wrist, but I've got a nice straight line. Start to come all the way up to the sky, lift it high, and then stay here and start to open up those fists a little bit wider. And then while you're here, see if you can take the right arm down and then the left arm overhead, nice side bend here. So I'm still trying to maintain length on both sides of my torso, even as I come into this side bend. So I'm pressing this right hand out and reaching the left arm over. And then coming back up to center, and let's take it the other way. Press, expand, and open. Now come on back up to center to your own degree. Can you start to bring those arms back behind you? So just seeing what you've got. We open the shoulders quite a bit, so just find a place where you belong. Once you find there, stay and breathe with the stretch. Inhaling and exhale. One more in and out. Now come on back up. We're going to take it forward and we're going to come all the way down until we get the strap around the bottoms of the feet here. Go ahead and turn the palms to face the sky and grab the strap in your hands. Sit up. And we're going to do some bicep curls. So go ahead and come on up. And then slowly let it down. Come on up. Inhale down. Come up. Inhale down. And come up. And inhale down. Now come all the way up. And we're just going to pump for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come all the way down and up. For 4 and up, 3, up, 2, and 1. When you get to the top, 10, 9, this is it, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, and let it go. Take your right hand, drop the fingers down and away, take your left hand, go ahead and stretch it back. You can even use your leg to rest that arm for you. And then just stretch the muscle we were working right there. Breathe in and breathe out. And then then we'll get the other side of the wrist. So just turn and bring your fingers towards you and just kind of press into that a little bit, yeah. And then other side, so grab the left fingers, pull them back with the right hand, stretch the bicep there, and the forearm, of course, and the wrist. Good, and then we'll flip it over, get the other side. Excellent, you can shake it all out now. And then let's see, let's just, I'll let you stand however you want to stand. Okay, let's find the block and we'll use it as a way to stretch the feet in the same way that we use the ball. So we'll start by taking the foot. You might want to use your chair for some support here. Oh, where's your new one to leave the room? Okay, let's. All right, let's see if this works. My block's a little bit squishy here. But what I want to do is I want to use the edge of the block a little bit to kind of bring and glide my foot down onto the floor. So that basically when I stand and put the pressure, you know how we put the ball under the arch of our foot? So right now the edge of the block is in the arch of my foot. And I have my ball of my foot on the ground, okay? So I'm standing on the ground with the ball of my foot and I'm letting that edge of the block kind of work its way into some of the fascia in the foot area there. And you could even put a little more pressure there. Are you guys getting anything or are these blocks too squishy? Do you feel like you're getting, because I feel we're getting a little bit of some balance work and we're getting a little into the fascia of the feet and helping to expand the feet there. Okay. Good. All right, from here, let's take our foot and let's put it back on the block. And you want your heel to actually be on the block. So if the toes are hanging off a little bit, that's okay. Find your chair, and what I want you to do is just to stand on the block and let the left foot come up off the floor. Good. Yep, you can be behind the chair and have both hands. You could have one hand. Now, if you're feeling a little bit daring today and you want to take your hand off of the chair, so it's hard to balance on one leg, let alone being on a block that has some give to it, but we're purposely creating some of that instability so that we can work those tiny muscles in our leg and just practice the balance. And you're in a safe spot. You've got the chair there to support you. So just feel the muscles in that leg turn on. See if you can really ground down through that foot that's on the block. I know there's some give to it. And can you root a little further and lift your head, the crown of the head, a little bit higher. And try to engage these muscles in the right leg. Good. All right, last chance, taking those fingers off the chair, even just for a second. And then go ahead and let it go. Shake that back off. Good. Now, push the block a little bit forward here. Put the heel down and the ball of the foot onto the block. Yes. So, you should feel this in your calf, right? All right. If you feel enough is enough, you stay right there. I'm walking my back foot back a little bit, and I'm putting the foot on an angle, so it's kind of, you know, giving me some extra surface area to ground down into on that back leg. You can use the chair, and you can start to bring it forward here if you want. And either way, you can have your hands like this on the back of the chair. If you feel like you can go a little lower, maybe you put your hands out a little further. And now you're gonna feel the stretch not just in the calf, but you're gonna start to really feel it in your hamstrings as well. So you get to turn up the dial to the amount that you want. You get to find a place that's right for you. I am going to give you a couple of cues here. They're just suggestions from my experience. My right hip a lot of times tends to sass out a bit to the right. What I want to try to do is engage the muscles on the outer right hip and wrap them in towards my body so that that hip is strong. I'm also keeping some length in my spine and some engagement in my lower belly so that I'm protecting my lower back and I'm not completely compressing and rounding here. So it might even mean that you walk your hands a little more forward as you draw that right hip back and in. And then just take 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more in and out. Good. Use your hands to press your way up. And then let's try this. Give that leg a little shake out. Okay. So we'll try this with the left foot. So the first thing we did was we got into the feet here, just like we do with the balls that we use. So the block comes down. We'll take the left foot and we'll kind of, the reason I start at the top is because even though I'm going to end up somewhere else, I kind of get this extra little slide of the massage of the edge of the block into the foot as I make my way to where I want to go. So it's like I'm taking from the ball of my foot here, and I'm just kind of sliding the edge into my arch until the ball of the foot drops down onto the floor, and then I'm working the stretch in the arch of the foot here. And I'm letting the edge of the block kind of press into that tissue. Yeah, I was gonna say the larger blocks are actually a little more firm, so they're nice because you'll get further into the muscle tissue, but if you have a tiny foot, could be hard to get it down there. It's okay. See if you like that. They're just a little squishy these days, so getting in there might be harder. All right, so we're playing with that. And then from here, we're gonna work on our balance. So now I actually want to have the block be our platform. And I want you to be able to have the heel on the block. Maybe the toes will come off the top, but that's fine. We're gonna transfer the weight onto the block now. So now I'm standing on one leg. I'm trying to use as much surface area of the foot as possible. So if you find yourself pronating to one side or the other, see if you can really engage. And then, of course, from here, we can work on balance. Perfect. So you don't want to lock the knee joint out, but engaging the muscles on the standing leg and just practicing the instability and recovering from that using all those little tiny muscles that are working in that standing leg right now. Couple more moments. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. Let that go. Now, go ahead, bring the heel, drop it down onto the floor. Lay your toes onto the block, or even the ball of the foot onto the block. So now my toes are moving towards my face, and I'm feeling a calf stretch. Okay? From here, walk that back foot back a little bit, placing it on an angle. And then I'm going to start to fold forward. So you've got options depending on how much you want to take that fold. You could just start with the hands on the back of the chair here. Reach the crown of the head forward towards the seat first before you fold. If you want to come down further, of course, I'm going to turn this chair. You can come down further. And now we're worried about the outer left hip, so don't let it get away from you. Wrap it in towards your body. And then keep reaching the crown of the head forward before you take the fold. Always remember that little bit of tone in the belly area, the lower belly, to protect the spine. And then imagine that you're sending that good Thursday oxygen air right into the back of your left thigh. I'm aware of what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm moving that breath in and out, breathing deep and full. Take one more full breath in, and then let it go. And then walk your hands back up. Give that leg a good shake out to release. Okay, from here, let's just move the block out of the way. You won't need that. We'll come behind the chair. Let's pop up onto the tiptoes for a moment. So back to strengthening those calves. Leave the left hand on the chair. Take the right hand, bring it out like a cactus arm, so it's gonna bring the shoulder down the back, keep the spine nice and tall. We're just gonna take some baby steps over to the right. So a little bit here. Yep. Let go of that chair if you want. Stay on those tiptoes. And then let's come on back. Good. Go ahead and bring that hand down. Let the heels rest. Now rock up onto the heels. Come back, same arm, cactus. Again to the right. And then the other way. Good. Okay, let that go. Left arm, you guessed it, tippy toes. And a little stroll to the left now. Good. And then back the other way. Is it the chair squeaking or something else?
Yes.
It's a chair, it's not a body.
All right, good. It's not your body. Come on down. A little bit was, right? It doesn't need to be any different. It's all good here. Come on to the heels. Left arm again. Little scroll. Up and come on back. Good. Now downward facing dog. So go ahead and step back away from the chair. Press down into the heels of the feet here. And then remember, you can have as much bend in the knees as you'd like. What we're doing is we're lifting our hips up and back. We're getting into this shape where we're lengthening the arms, starting to lengthen the back of the legs just to your own degree, but the real length where we're focused is in the spinal cord. So making some space between the vertebrae back there. Breathe deep and full. So feel, if you can, into the belly when you breathe in. So not only the back of the shoulders spread, but also the belly fills. And when you exhale, the belly contracts, it starts to hug towards the spine. Again, inhaling, just expand in 360-degree direction. And then exhale, contract everything towards the midline. Take one more like that, inhaling and exhaling. Good, start to walk your way towards the chair. Let's find our strap one more time.
Oh, good.
Get it while you can. And then let's take it, we'll go to the right side of the chair. And we didn't do too much work with the external hip stuff today, so we'll do that. Take this strap, bring it around the right foot, and take both ends of the strap into your right hand. Okay, let's take the left hand onto the chair for some stability here. Start to draw the right knee towards the chest. And when you do that, remember, we won't want to slouch, so do your best to really press down through that standing foot. Engage the muscles in the leg without locking the knee joint, and straighten out that spine. Now from here, we're going to open the door, and then we're going to close it in. Legs open, and close. Take it for 3, and close, 2, not taking the hips with me, and 1. Stay here for the 1. Reground into the standing leg, and then optional to press the heel out and to take that arm out to the side. Try not to lean to the left. It's not easy. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and let it go. Remove that strap, shake out that leg, and come on over to the other side. Strap's going to go around the left foot this time. End of the strap is going to be in your left hand. Excuse me. All right, standing up tall. And then go ahead and start to draw that knee up towards your chest. So we're not coming down to the foot. We're standing up, and then however high you make it, doesn't matter. Keeping that spine nice and tall. Now opening the door, and then coming on in. And I'm only going so far open as I can try to keep those hips facing forward. Opening, chest forward. And close. And open. And close. Now, open it up. Reground into that big toe of your standing leg. See if you can stand up a little bit taller. From here, maybe start to press that foot out to the side. Keep rooting down. Opening up that arm to the right if you want it. Can you feel that right big toe pressing into the ground? That's the key there. For 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Let it go. All right, building some strength this morning. Let's put that strap to the side. Have a seat here. Let's all take our hands. Let's interlace them together. Just make some circles around the wrist here. And then bring the right hand up, facing up, palm up. Take your left hand and just start to make a little massage here. So come all the way down the pinky, maybe roll that pinky finger around, coming back through the meat of the palm to the ring finger, and just working some finger joints here, a little hand massage, just spending some time making sure we touch all the places in the body today. We don't want to miss anything. So even the little top joint of your middle finger, we want to make sure that we touch before you walk out of here. Index finger, and then don't forget that thumb. So you can massage that meaty muscle here. You can wind that thumb around a couple of times. Just make, we stimulate these places and then the blood flows there. And the hands are pretty far away from your heart, so we want to draw the blood down into these places that can get cold and need some circulation. All right, other hand, coming with that. I'm just using my thumb and the palm there to massage, working down each of the joints and all of the fingers, rolling things around. Saying thank you to these hands that do so much. Making all your fall recipes and the slicing and dicing of soups recipes and everything. So please think about when I'm chopping vegetables. Thank you to my hands for doing this. All right, once you get all of those, let's give a little shake out. And then let's take the first two fingers on each hand. Let's just come to that third eye space for a moment. Just start to smooth that forehead. If there's anything up there that's still a little tense and tight, maybe just using that massage and some intentions to just allow it to smooth out, smooth away. And then the first two fingers on each hand, just giving that nice massage of the temples there. And we'll pitter patter our cheekbones, bring some circulation, some massage to the face, down the middle of the cheeks, around the top of the lip under the nose, and then down to the chin. And then let's just get that jaw. So a little bit at the hinge of the jaw relax. Good. And then we'll take our hands, let's hook them like butterflies. So the palms face towards you, and then you cross the thumbs. Bring the heel of the hand right to the heart space. Massage that heart muscle that works so hard. One direction, and then the other. Good. And then let's just rest the hands down onto the lap for a moment here. Shake anything off that needs to be shaken, and find a nice, comfortable seated position in mountain pose, either with the eyes closed or gazing softly at one spot. Let the shoulders be completely relaxed, and relax your entire body. So at this point, there's no need to do the deep breathing. Just let your breath be completely natural. And for a moment, just watch the breath moving in the body and out of the body. So bringing your complete attention to the breath moving in and the breath moving out. Maybe you're aware of the breath at the space of the heart. You feel the heart lifting on the inhale, and you notice how it falls back down on the exhale. Or perhaps you're aware of the breath moving right at the edges of the nostrils of the nose. And you could even focus so much that you can detect that air passing along the edge of the nostrils there as you just notice the breath moving in and the breath moving out. Just for about 30 more seconds, wherever you find that you can notice the breath, maybe it's in the belly area, but just keep training your mind. Keep harnessing that mind to go where you want it to go right now with full attention on your breath. And then we can seal this practice in by bringing the hands to the space of the heart, little bow of the chin, just giving thanks here to the breath and to our bodies that we can be together to practice this ancient tradition of yoga in community with each other. And then we'll take the thumbs to the third eye space for clarity of thought. Moving the fingers to the lips for kindness in our speech to ourselves and one another. And then back to the space of the heart, consistency of action where it really matters. We let this practice help guide us in what we think, say, and do. I want to thank all of you for coming today, for being part of this community and this practice. Namaste.
Let's go, Matt.